Look at this, guys. San Francisco home prices fall nearly 13% in 2023, but let me tell you something. It's actually a lot more extreme than 13%. When you factor in the commercial real estate side, which if you go to San Francisco right now, it's devastating with the amount of commercial real estate and offices for sale, and nobody wants them. So prices are still dropping. In fact, San Francisco is what you call Black Friday sale in the real estate world. If you don't sell a commercial office building for more than 50% off, nobody's wanting it, and I'm not even exaggerating. And residential real estate isn't really doing so good either. Texas real estate is having massive fire sales, but San Francisco doesn't even have any sales because there's simply no buyers, and construction companies have basically quit. In 2023, we saw the first time in San Francisco where there almost was like no new condo launches, which is frankly very extreme for a city of this size. And prices are still falling. Right? Yes, people say there's some hope for the Bay Area, but it really does boil down to this. 2023 is over and San Francisco still has massive open air drug markets, huge amounts of homelessness, and also the homeless and drug problem is getting worse in San Francisco. But of course, the city just simply doesn't care. And this is causing a lot of wealthy Americans who used to live in the Bay Area to go to certain parts of the Bay Area, which is still pretty decent, or just straight up leave California in general. I mean, when was the last time I saw a condo of this size in San Francisco for only a 1.15 million? This is a massive and really, really nice looking loft building in a somewhat pretty good area in San Francisco. I have no complaints for this loft. It looks beautiful, but it's selling for 1.15 million. That's pretty cheap. And here's the thing, I know some of you guys think this is an absurd price, and prices will continue to get cheaper. Nobody's paying 1.15 million. They could probably sell it for 800 G's. But the unit is enormous as well at 1,600 square feet. I remember back in the peak of San Francisco real estate pieces like these go for 1.7, 1.8, sometimes even $2 million easily. And if you look at the commercial side, it's even worse, man. Like, commercial real estate, nobody wants them. They're trying to auction off these buildings, but there's barely any buyers left. I mean, look at how enormous this lot is, and the starting bid is a measly 800 G's. And look around at this, right? Abandoned San Francisco condos at 1554 Market Street. These condos are abandoned. The people who built these are gone. There is no retail space. Nobody wants to rent in this location, despite being next to X headquarters, Uber, Reddit, and Lyft, and some of the biggest startups. But guess what? A lot of these companies are downgrading their offices. Okay, there's even rumors about Twitter leaving. So 1554, I remember the Oak. This is a very nice looking boutique condo. They have 109 units. And for 3 years, they haven't sold a single unit. Can you imagine launching such an enormous project in San Francisco? These are headline-grabbing developments, but you sell 0 units, which is kind of like the reason why there is no more new construction in San Francisco. In fact, the majority of the listings, like 95 to 97% of listings, were all built before the pandemic because there's no new building. If you go to Manhattan, people talk about how bad Manhattan and New York City is, but they're still building buildings. They're still making condos and they still sell, though they do sell at a slightly lower price. But at the end of the day, they do find buyers. But in San Francisco, there is no more buyers. Prices are falling really, really quickly. People are saying that we could be seeing another 10, 20, even 30% drop in residential real estate in San Francisco in 2024. Tech companies are still leaving. There is no more tech companies moving in. And many tech companies are opting to work hybrid or remote to save money, learning from the best, Charles Schwab, which is exactly doing that. Look at this. Downtown San Francisco office building sells for a reduced price despite a bidding war. This building here, very, very nice, right? Reportedly sold for about 60% less than the previous value. I mean, imagine there's a bidding war for a building and you still lose 60%. That's pretty wild if you ask me. I mean, these buildings are not lousy buildings. They're good, big pre-war buildings with good-looking exteriors. They got ground floor retail and massive amounts of offices upstairs. And the location of this building is pretty nice. But it has went through a bidding war and still sold for 60% off. So I'm really not joking around when I tell you buildings in San Francisco, if you don't market by 50 to 60, 70%, nobody's going to even look at it. This is how bad the situation is. And in other cities, it's not really like that. It's really just a San Francisco, maybe even a Chicago, Seattle problem as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Comment below. Got more news to come. And before I leave, check out the private Discord server, guys. 7-day free trial link below. And we're actually making a lot of money. Like last week, one of our finest traders, 5 out of 5 wins, right? You know, UNH calls made it over 100%. Trade with us, guys. Make some money with us. We're trading live every single day. And it's a fantastic community.